Hello and welcome. You are watching News 9 Live. I am Krishna Kumar, and at this hour we are asking the question, what's happening in Kalakshetra in Chennai? The students at the Kalakshetra Foundation in Chennai have been protesting against the sexual harassment they've been facing on campus. The students raised the issue with the director and the HOD, or the head of Department of Dance, but there was no response. The students alleged that 4 faculty members on the campus have been troubling students, and they were given no option but to go on a protest. The Chief Minister of the state of Tamil Nadu, Stalin, has assured prompt action, and state police officers have spoken to the students in question. Now, after an assurance from the state government, the students have decided to halt the protests temporarily. To understand what exactly is going on with this particular issue, we are being joined by a few very special people from Chennai. But before that, let's first listen to all the reactions that are coming in.
பாலியல் தொல்லை என ட்விட்டர் செய்தி போட்டு 21/3/2023 அன்று நடவடிக்கை எடுக்க கோரி டிஜிபிக்கு கடிதம் எழுதியது. இது தொடர்பாக கலாட்சேத்திர இயக்குனர் நமது மாநில காவல்துறை தலைவரை சந்தித்து தங்களது நிறுவனத்தில் பாலியல் புகார் ஏதும் இல்லை என்று தெரிவித்தார். பிறகு தேசிய மகளிர் ஆணையமே நாங்கள் டைம்ஸ் ஆஃப் இந்தியா செய்தி அடிப்படையில் அவ்வாறு விசாரித்தோம், அந்த விசாரணையை முடித்து வைத்து விட்டோம் என 25/3/2023 அன்று டிஜிபிக்கு கடிதம் எழுதி தெரிவித்திருக்கிறார்கள். அரசை பொறுத்தவரை இந்த விவகாரத்தில் உரிய விசாரணை மேற்கொள்ளப்பட்டு குற்றச்சாட்டு உறுதியானால் தவறு செய்தவர்கள் யாராக இருந்தாலும் அவர்கள் மீது உரிய சட்ட ரீதியான நடவடிக்கை கட்டாயம் எடுக்கப்படும் என.
And right now we have Mr. C.P. Satyajit, Artistic Director, Bharata Kalanjali, now joining us live from Chennai. Satyajit, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here on News 9 Live and talk to us. You've been associated, you and your family have been associated with Kalakshetra for a very, very long time. How do you view these developments?
I think these are developments that have escalated to a point where it need not have escalated. And there are a lot of systemic issues which are highlighted. And running an institution ourselves, I think we'll have to take a leave out of this to see how to prevent escalations such as these. Clearly, there has been a chronology. One may be able to debate about the chronology, but the fact that the students have now been openly protesting is a sign that probably they were not heard. It is a consequence of not being heard that is probably what is escalated to this point. And primarily, I think all of us have to educate ourselves about sexual harassment. What is sexual harassment and what it contains? What is the context? What is the atmosphere? And I have been educating myself over the past few weeks, and I have learned, quite a few things which I may have been in denial of. And being open to these learnings will perhaps educate us as a community and be more open about institutionally handling such issues. And I think that's the focus here.
Right, Satyajit, I'm asking this question because Kalakshetra is a haloed institution that's the pride of Chennai and Tamil Nadu, the pride of India, renowned across the world, and it's it is extremely disturbing that such an issue is arising over there. My point is that were these around for a very long time, and was it a failure on the part of Kalakshetra to have not have dealt with before that it has actually come to this now?
I think rather than singling out Kalakshetra, I think it's a failure as part of a community for not being able to handle this. I have, while I have been growing up, friends circles, and there's been a lot of murmur about this having happened in Kalakshetra over many years. I've also had conversations with my parents on this, and of course, the context, the scenario, the culture earlier has been different, and the world is progressing in different ways, and evolving in different ways. So reaction to these things also change, and institutions also have to equip themselves uh, to the changing scenarios of people's mindset, of community mindset. So I would say, as a community, we perhaps have, the article that was written about the culture of silence. We are all guilty of it. We are all guilty of it. That we don't address it when it needs to be addressed. We don't give a year to a complaint. It's always dismissed. And dismissing it is perhaps something that we should avoid first, and first accept the complaint, accept not as a case, but as a complaint that somebody has felt something, has felt hurt. Accept that point first, and then take it up systematically after that.
Right. I also want to ask Satyajit, I've been seeing on social media as well, there is also the alternate narrative to this, that this entire case is not exactly credible, and the people who have filed these cases, filed this, this complaint of sexual harassment, they themselves, their credibility is being questioned, their narratives are being questioned, because there is also question on whether this entire case holds or not. What are you hearing in Chennai?
Yes, there will be counter narratives. We all know what the political situations are, and the main aspect is not to politicize this. This is about sexual harassment, period. It's not about anything else. And something I've learned recently, like I said, is nobody is going to frivolously fling a sexual harassment accusation at somebody else.
All right.
It doesn't
Point
happen.
taken. Point taken.
Even when things actually happen, really happen,
Right.
it takes the victims or the survivors a lot of time, sometimes years, to come out with it.
Right.
So somebody frivolously saying that I was sexually assaulted by this person is not something that happened.
Right. Fair enough. Satyajit, stay with us. We also have Kasturi Shankar joining us on this broadcast. Kasturi Shankar, talk to us. We have Satyajit with us, Artistic Director of Bharata Kalanjali, saying that this is something that should be dealt with for every institution, not just Kalakshetra. And I'm asking him, there is also the alternate narrative in Chennai where they're saying this entire case is Farzi, doesn't really hold. It's a bunch of motivated people. I want to understand from you, what are you picking up on this?
I have two things to share. Number one, I have several close friends who are all Kalakshetra alumni, and not very good things about the four accused. They are referred to in inside circles as the Mallu Mafia. So I'm not sure. Obviously, it's not fair to just hurl accusations at people that I don't know of, and we only have third-party information. I think the police investigation, which I don't know why the police was dragging its feet for all these days. Apparently, these murmurs have been around for a while now, and the complaints have been lodged several weeks ago, actually, and I don't know why investigation took so long, and it had to become a hugely publicized protest by the students, number one. Number two, my friends tell me that Kalakshetra is one of the few institutions of its size and student body size that doesn't have any kind of student council or union, when most colleges in Chennai, at least, definitely encourage a democratic system of student-teacher relationship. So that's something that absolutely has to be addressed, and one has to wonder why. Parampara is one thing, tradition is one thing, but just to have a body that can represent their concerns to the administration, I mean, that is something that troubles me, even to hear of it now. And obviously, none of us knew about it till this blew up in our face. But about the counter narrative, yes, I hesitate and I reserve my comments exclusively because of that, because we do hear two different versions of everything, and one keeps wondering. But there's a third very malicious narrative that's going on in Tamil Nadu, which is a caste angle to this entire thing. with those in power, it seems like a huge green light for Brahmin bashers to come and bash Brahmins when, frankly, none of the people involved are from that community. So it has descended into a very cheap attack on the Brahmin community one more time. And that's very unfortunate.
Oh, that's deeply unfortunate, Kasturi Shankar. The fact that the caste is being dragged in, the caste of the people who are accused is not exactly Brahmin, and it's a completely malicious narrative. Kasturi Shankar, thank you so much for joining us and putting that into perspective here on News 9 Live. And of course, Satyajit, Artistic Director, Bharata Kalanjali, thank you so much for joining us on this News 9 Live and sharing your thoughts and perspectives. And with that, we've completely run out of time here. Thank you so much for watching. This is Krishna Kumar signing off. Keep it with News 9.